Hello, Jack and Jills! I'm Epic Botch, and welcome back to another World of Darkness Werewolf the Apocalypse NPC making day. I mean, there's not really a catchy to another thing that I could say that. So, alright, let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to throw out a few shout-outs real quick. Got that all prepped. Bam. And let's see if they'll... Oh, let's try this. All right, there we go. That's better. I'm not sure why it's saying that. But okay, we'll see if they'll let me post that. Alright, okay. Now I gotta pull up all my screens just right. Perfect. And this and that. Alright. Are you guys ready? I'm not. Alright, let's do this. Okay, so kind of the story so far that's been happening. The players have gone out, they've started in Alaska, and they've kind of been based out of the Denali Sept. Now, canon-wise, there is no such thing as the Denali Sept. Quotation marks, because it does get mentioned in one of the books, but when you go through and you read Places of Power, there's no mention of any other cairn except for the Red Talon cairn up there in like near Lawson, Alaska, which I don't know if that's a real city. I live here. So, and they kind of make it seem like, oh, that's the only cairn in Alaska, which is just the most stupidest thing. Obviously, the way that I see that is the person that wrote that section is obviously not from here. Because, I mean, it's just vast nothingness and, like, it would be a great guru hangout in Alaska. So, that being said, I decided to come up with the Denali Sept. For those of you who don't know, Denali is basically our huge, giant national park. And Mount Denali, which is kind of like saying Moon because it's a big mountain. So it's Mountain Big Mountain is what it's called, because that's what Denali means in the native language, one of them. I don't know which one. I'm not gonna try to guess. So, and that's the largest mountain that we have here, if not in the continental United States. So, I based the cairn there, and it's primarily led with 3 of the tribes, Wendigo, Yucatena, and Red Talon. And kind of what has happened recently is the Yucatenas and some of the Red Talon got kicked out of the Denali Sept. And it is now run by Heart of Fury. And he's a Wendigo who, I mean, if you can't guess with that kind of name, Heart of Fury, he's gonna be pretty ragey. He has pretty much not been a fan of the players because he's very strict and traditional. It's always been a kind of a closed cairn, and the way that they had the leadership set up is it wasn't just one Sept leader. It was 3 Sept leaders, one from each of those tribes. So they kind of worked together to build this fostering community. And obviously the Red Talon, actually I haven't decided if the Red Talon, if the Red Talon leader was kicked out as well. But definitely the Yucatena, who was trying to spearhead, he was like the top out of the 3 of them who kind of got the final vote. He got kicked out, and so because he was trying to open it up, and there's enough backing in the world at the Sept that no one wanted to... Oh gosh, where am I going with this? Maybe I should fade it away. Have a good night. No, Modak, you're more than welcome to sit and chat out. I've told Lauren several times that he's welcome to come back and watch these videos and give input. If I didn't want you guys to see this, I wouldn't be streaming it, is kind of how I'm seeing it. So you're welcome to stay or you're welcome to go, and either way, you could give some input since you will probably, I mean, unless you want Apex to challenge, you'll probably be the one who's doing it. So, whatever you're up for. Either way, I'm good. Alright, so let me go ahead. Obviously, things that we do know so far is he's a Hamid, he is a Hrun, and he is Yuktena. No. Oh my gosh, he is Wendigo. Lol, I see my death in the future. Oh, I hope not. I mean, I definitely foresee a clave battle, but kind of like what I've been telling Lauren, he's got his own thing. That's gonna be super scary. I was super excited to shove that at him, but there's no reason for me to go out of my way to be like, ooh, you have this. I actually don't even know what's on your character sheet. So it's just gonna be kind of like, okay, well, what's gonna be good? What would he actually have, being what he is? Now that being said, he is rank 4, so that's something else that you would be aware of, just starting off the bat. True, it is true. Okay, he doesn't have a pack, but he's Denali Sept leader. Alright, let's go ahead and pull up the rules. I always do this. You think that after playing this game for a year, I would have a better understanding of where things are in the book. I don't. Okay, here we go. Alright, so 7, oops. Five, so obviously I'm gonna make, physical his primary. Oh, let's just say don't get hit by him. How about that one? And I'm gonna make mental his tertiary. He doesn't need to be smart if he knows how to hit things really hard. Let's see, what else? We'll give him, it's 5. I guess we'll give him a charisma and manipulation of 3 and an appearance of 2. That's not a bad start for him. Alright, so talents, skills, and knowledges. I don't think I've set anything for him. But he's definitely going to have, it's probably going to be talents, skills, knowledges in that order. So 3, 13, 9, 5. He's going to be pretty similar to Ken in that sense, in that his life has been the Sept. With it being so far out in the middle of nowhere, it's easy to just kind of get lost in that mentality. So we're going to give him definitely that. I like to start out with a dot in what I want and then expand from there. He's gonna have intimidation, leadership, otherwise people wouldn't follow him. So that's 3, 9, no, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Pretty straight down the board there. Alright, and then 9 for skills. He's not gonna have any drive. He will have etiquette, no larceny, definitely melee, performance. So that's kind of gives us a decent spread for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, just a moment. Cool. Alright, sorry, I'm just readjusting my stream screens real quick. Because I like to be able to see everything. Nope. There we go. That's much better. Perfect. Okay. So we have skills 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 more. We'll give him melee. Performance is kind of a weird one for. We'll put it in stealth and survival. 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. All right. And then last but not least, he's gonna have 5. And he's a Sept leader, so he's gonna have some kind of rituals. And maybe I'll have to fill out that side of him a little bit more with XP. So he's not gonna start out with knowing any law. But it's quite possible he would have been learning medicine. Definitely knows about the occult. Okay, yep, that's 5. Okie dokie. So we have the Sept leader. Right now he's just turned. Now, oh man. Now we gotta pick some gifts for him. Oh, but let's first actually do his rage, gnosis, and willpower. So he's an Ahroun, so he has 5 rage. Amit, so 1 gnosis, and he's Wendigo, so he actually gets 4. He's one of those tribes that gets 4 willpower. Alright, that was pretty simple. Oh, backgrounds. I haven't declared. He doesn't have any pure breed. And he's gonna have kinfolk. Decent amount of kinfolk. Try to think of anything else, and probably totem, although it won't come into play. Really. Neither of those things will ever really come into play in this situation. Alright, so now we're gonna pick gifts, which is the fun part for you hanging out and watching what's going on. Because it'll kind of give you an idea of what to expect from him. Soon as I can find the... No, that's... Alright, breed gifts. So it gets 1 level 1. What's it gonna be? Maybe Master of Fire. That would be an appropriate one for him. I guess Persuasion works as well. I'm gonna give him Master of Fire. And that is a level 1 Hamid gift. And then over here, I will actually give him Persuasion as well. Just because he would have picked that up at some point. as he was going on, because he's much older. Usually Sept leaders aren't these grubby 20-year-olds, which is what your character is. Oops. So he's older. He's probably I know Ken was, I stated he's about 60. Heart of Fury would be pretty close to that age. I think he's going to be into his 50s is what I'll set that as. So he could still go with the best of them. And then I'm going to pick some other rank gifts for him as well. And I'm kind of, now that I'm in the homage section, kind of looking at all the other ones so I don't have to flip back and forth as much. Instead of just focusing on those level 1 gifts, kind of focus across the board. And it definitely helps me refresh my memory on what gifts are actually available to the certain players. So, Stare Down. This gift affects only one target at a time. The player rolls Charisma plus Intimidation. The victim flees for 1 turn per success, though he may spend a point of willpower to resist the effect for 1 turn. Should the player roll 5 or more successes, the victim flees for the rest of the scene. Okay, so Gru and those with Rage do not flee, but they can attack. Oh wow, they don't really have a lot of... Oh, Cowing the Bullet. Eh. Nope, that doesn't really work for him. I'll probably give him a lot of, what's the thought here? Probably a lot of Wendigo gifts. Oh, this is cool. It's a level 4 gift. The Guru can use her shapeshifting to alter her physical attributes. A dot of dex can be shifted to strength or stamina, and so forth. The player rolls stamina plus primal urge at a difficulty 9. For each 2 successes, 1 physical dot can be shifted for the rest of the scene. Interesting. I don't think that's necessarily super great for him, but I like that. Goon. Spirit Ward. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that I'm like, ooh, this would be great for him. So we're just gonna move on. And we're gonna look at Rune gifts. Falling Touch. Yeah, I mean, it's fine, but not with the kind of game that we're playing in our Helm rules. Let's see. Hack Tactics, he probably would have that one. Given that he has a natural leadership, so people just kind of fall under him. Razor Claws is always good. I'm gonna give him Pack Tactics. And that is a 1... a Rune? And then this is probably the one where you're gonna get a lot of, like, oh, great. Well, imagine this. I guess I don't have to give it to him. Spirit of the Fray. I'm thinking about Spirit of the Fray. I might come back to that one. True Fear, Combat Healing. He'll definitely have Combat Healing. That's a 3 Rune. And this is just the automatic regenerates 1 non-aggravated level every round. So that might not even really come to play in this battle if you guys do end up doing a clave fight. Oh! Heart of Fury! I didn't realize that was a gift. The player rolls willpower. Each 2 successes add +1 to their character's frenzy difficulties for the scene, making it harder to frenzy. Yeah, that's not bad. There's always silver claws, wood claws. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Stoking Fury's Furnace. This gift effects are permanent. The werewolf regains 1 rage point during any turn in which he takes damage. This rage does not cause a frenzy check, though other sources will include induced checks as usual. Additionally, the player can spend 1 rage point per turn without losing any temporary rage. Oh. If multiple rage points are spent during any turn, however, mark all off. Okay, he's definitely going to have that one too. He's going to have some of these higher level gifts. Ooh, which I don't actually get a good chance to see very often. Just because I haven't really needed to make such high level or high ranking guru. And this is a rune. This is a 4 rune. Excuse me. Okie dokie. Alright, now let's get into some of the fun stuff with Wendigo. Wendigo. Yeah. Okay, so let's pick his level 1 gift. Let's see. Resist Pain's always good. I think I might just give that to him as an additional, because I like camouflage. And wait, what exactly are the effects of camouflage? The difficulties to spot the guru in the wilderness increased by 3. Okay, I mean, yeah, he would probably have that. But we're gonna start with Resist Pain. This is 1 Wendigo. Oh, I totally butchered the spelling of that. Let's try that again. Camouflage. That's another level 1. Definitely not gonna come up. But let's see if we can find anything that would be fun. So you could fly. Claws of Frozen Death is interesting. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but I remember being intrigued by it. Probably not that one. True Fear, meh. Probably that, but... Well, interesting. What's Hero's Stand? Started being kind of quiet just as I'm, like, want to focus and see what I'm actually reading here. So that's a Get a Fen originally. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to scroll through this real quick, huh? Get a Fen. Where are we at? Shadow Lords. Get a Fen, Black. Oh, overshot by a lot. Child of Gaia. Here we go. Ooh, get a Fed. Hero Stand. The Get channels the power of Gaia herself, becoming one with the earth upon which he stands. Though he may not retreat or even move from the spot for the duration of the gift, he gains many powers through Gaia's might. Okay, so they roll willpower. Each success gains 1 extra die to all physical pools. In addition, the Guru may not be surprised, and all attacks are considered frontal. Ho ho! I think I just found my winner. The Guru may not move until all foes have been defeated or fled. Okay, so that basically... Man, I had to think through what that exactly means. So as long as he's staying in one spot, he basically, the way that I see that is he just becomes a whirlwind of death. Probably. Because he's not allowed to leave the spot, and he's not allowed to retreat. So, but he has to be able to actually move in order to fight. So it's kind of weird how they phrased that. The Guru may not move until all foes. So I think it's just, they're in a specific vicinity, and yeah. So that's gonna be a fun one. I'm gonna give him that one. Hero Stand. This is a Wendigo, 4 Wendigo. Okay, so he has a decent amount of gifts. It's really easy to just throw in too many. And an Earth Elemental teaches this gift. That makes sense. But given that he's been around, honestly, he probably should have more gifts. But I'm just gonna leave it there. So he has his 3 beginning ones, plus 3, 6, and the rest are in his class, which has kind of been my rule for NPCs. They don't really branch out outside of what their auspice breed and tribe are. And I think if I did that, I'd have a very specific reason as to why they did that. But it really doesn't make any sense for him. So we're at 6. Hello, turn on. 6 plus 9 plus 12 plus 12. I mean, I just spent 39 XP on those gifts. So that's a pretty significant amount of XP. Alright, what now? Good stuff. Okay, so we've given him gifts. We know what that is. Now we get to do freebie points. All right, freebie points. Here we go. So attributes, abilities, backgrounds. We're not gonna buy any more backgrounds. No gifts. Let's do 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Nah. But he will definitely end up with more rage. It's 13 than willpower. So I can buy one, I could basically buy an attribute at this point. Let's go ahead and give him Brawl. No, let's not give him Brawl, let's give him Intimidation. Because why not? Okay, so we now have aside from the extra gifts, we now have a full-fledged Starting character. Let's go ahead and give him some XP on top of that 39 that I've already given him. So let's find... XP. There we go. Alright. Alright, now that we have our little chart, so we'll look through that. I should probably up his stamina. Given where he lives, that makes sense.
When you're hiring, you want qualified candidates fast, and it can be hard to know where to find them.
So to up it from 2 to 3 would be
Number one job site. Whether you need entry level or highly
8. Yeah, 8.
helps you find great talent and make the right hire.
Ah, click all the wrong circles.
To get their
Okay,
first
so we're gonna add 8 to that.
as a sponsored job. Redeem this offer at Indeed.com/stream. That's Indeed.com/stream. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
Okay. There's that. Now what else am I gonna have him be okay in? He definitely lives out in the middle of nowhere, so he would have been pretty good with the stealth and the survival. That would be for current rating times 2. Yeah, 4, 8. Another 8 for that. I'm really tempted to give him another dot melee. But what weapon does he even use? What would be a good native weapon? I'm just gonna look it up and see what kind of things I'm working with. I could give him a spear or a lance. Really, a lance? Seems kind of like an interesting choice. Sorry, this isn't anything you guys can see. Not a club. You know what? I might reserve that for a fetish. So I'll have to look. But let's go ahead and give him another one of that. So it'll be an additional 4. We're at 59 XP for him right now. Yeah, his knowledges aren't really going to go anywhere. Let's up his athletics. Let me 2, 4, so another 6. 65. What is that? He's almost... Let's see, so I think 75 was the cap for rank 2, if I remember correctly. Let's... I'm gonna see if I could just quickly pull up the XP. As opposed to trying to look through books and not finding anything. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. I know there's a book. Where is it, people? Okay, either Revised Storyteller's Handbook or Companion. Oh. Is it maybe in Rage Across the World? Let me see if I can pull that one up real quick. I figured that they might have just... Oh, did I find a quick link to it? Advanced character creation. What? Oh, this is kind of cool. Apparently in the revised Storyteller Handbook, they gave recommendations for each of the ones. So like a fostered would have 964. Because I guess when you make your character, it's kind of expected that you come in as a cub. 2 extra dots and attributes is... that's a lot of XP. But I kind of like that. That might speed this up a little bit. Man, I just want the chart real quick. Where could I find it? Yeah, I might just have to call it good and give him like 100 or something like that. I'm not too far off from that. 65? So 35 more XP to go. Let's see. Oh, and I said that I wanted to give him more rage. So current rating, so 8, 9, and 10. So 19. Add 19 onto that. Plus 19. We're at 84. Haha, that got rid of a lot of XP real quick. So 16 more left. He probably would have picked up some expression and empathy. So that's another 6 right there. They have 10 more left to work with. Oh, that's not enough to really... I could give him more wits. Or that'd be 8. Let's go ahead and give him 8 more. We're at 98. 2 more. I can raise something from 1 to 2, basically. But not... I mean... I could always give him more than 100 XP. Oh, hey, excuse me. It's just figuring out where to put it. You know, this... Oh, come on. Why am I doing this, brain? Okay. I'm actually going to put it in larceny, of all things. And kind of the rationale behind that is in his early days, he would have... No, he would have just knocked down doors. Never mind. Nope, that one doesn't make any sense at all. I was thinking, like, he would go out to the bush or the, like, oil fields to kind of, like, break down doors. But instead of breaking down doors, he learned how to unlock them. But that doesn't make any sense with him. He's definitely that kind of a rune where you just break down the doors and kill everything inside. I'll go ahead and give it to him in Primal Urge and just call it good. Okay, so I'm gonna expand upon him a little bit. Grew up in the Denali... Why aren't you letting me type? Grew up in the Denali area. He definitely would have had an early childhood education, but they would have known pretty early on. Oh. Excuse me. They would have known pretty early on that he was actually Guru, given sense of the true form, and that I learned it's possible to do that. To know before they're... Yeah. Before they change that a Guru is actually still a Guru. So he probably would have gotten pulled out. Got pulled out of school pretty early on. And started learning the ways of his people. Okay, so he grew up in the Denali area with kinfolk. Has had a natural inclination. Oh my gosh, can I... Close enough. So, he had definitely had a natural inclination and affinity for the Guru's way of life and fully believed in everything the Denali Sept stood for, including the seclusion of the Sept. He actually agrees with his elders. That it was the best way to keep it safe. We'll say specifically Wendigo elders, as the Wordbringers are just the worst. Now, remind me, Modak, your character is actually native, right? I think so. So this would actually end up working pretty well for if you come in and are able to take it over. Okay, so over time, he gained ranks and respect. And was a strict traditionalist. And it wasn't long before he became what's the term I'm looking for here? And it wasn't long before he became a Sept Elder himself. Now, keeping in mind that Sept Elder is probably the best way to put it. That they're all that. Now, real quick, this might get a little bit wonky. I'm gonna see about... Oh, where do I even have it? I'm gonna look in Hammer Enclave real quick. Because it makes sense that he would have a very... Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think Wendigo have like a fetish melee weapon. They might. Let's find out. Assuming I can find the right place to look. Books? Books. Wrong books. Hammer and... Here we go. I was just looking very much in the wrong spot. Werewolf the Apocalypse. Let's open this up. Hammer and Clave. Here we go. Alright, it's gonna take a moment to catch up. Bookmarks? Alright. Okay. Alright, I got the right section. So let's scroll through this real quick. Helps to actually click the right thing. Did I miss it? I thought this did it by tribe. Wait, am I in the correct section? Okay, no, those are just general fetishes. Breed. Let's look. Okay, so we are in tribe now. Silent Striders, Silver Fangs, Wendigo, Thunderstick. What is this? No. I don't think that's what we're going to be looking for at all. Turtle necklace. Well, that's fantastic. I like how they just kind of like, here's a fetish, but we don't tell you anything about what it does. It's just a name and story reasons. Which is fine, I guess. No. What? There's only like 3. That's so lame, and none of them are good. Okay, fine. He's gonna have a stupid clave. Like, is there at least even fun variations of clave that I could work with? Clave, 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 clave. Alright, general. Level 2, level 2. Sun Whip. Nope. That doesn't fit for him. Oh. Well, a lot of these gifts are very, Glasswalker, Silverfang, Shadow Lord. I'm seeing those tribes cropping up a lot. Nope, no fetish masks. I could probably just look this in the main book and be fine. We'll go boring. He has some fun gifts that hopefully I'll remember to use when the time comes. Alright, not Harmony Flute. Have not been enjoying that one. Dagger of Retribution. Ooh. Excuse me. Nope. Yeah, I should probably give him a Grand Clave now that I think about it. Alright, so Grand Clave. Okay, Grand Clave. This is a level 5, Gnosis 7. And anything fun. Okay, I might end up binding another spirit into it just for fun, but I'm gonna have to sit and think about that one. Because it's usually a war spirit, but if it has like a second spirit in it, it'll allow for a different ability, which could be fun to kind of spring on you. Difficulty 7 to hit. And strength plus 3 is the damage. Alright, so pretty straightforward. See, does he look that scary? He's not that bad. He really isn't that bad. I mean, there's... he literally has one stat out of attributes and abilities that is above 4. He does have a lot of rage, decent amount of willpower, okay Gnosis, Rune of Rune. But yeah, I mean, he's gonna have roughly 6 dice to attack you. Which, you know, in non-R epic games, that is quite a lot of dice. Still, just in our games, it by comparison doesn't really seem like a lot. So that's a good overall character. 100 XP on the top of character creation. I'm gonna go ahead and save that. We're gonna call it Heart of Fury. Oh. Perfect. Alright, now there is one other character that I would like to make tonight. Assuming I have time. How am I doing? About an hour. Oh, yikes. Okay. This one will be a little bit easier. This one is... Nope, I pulled up the wrong character sheet. Open. Want this one. Jimmy! Jimmy is way back when, for those of you who haven't played our game. He's one of the kind of beginning characters that everyone kind of got to know. He's a part of a pack that took the main players under their wings. He was a Ragabash, and he was a Wendigo. I don't have a pack name for his pack. He's also not the pack leader, or at least he wasn't when, yeah. When we last saw him. And that might have changed, but usually that doesn't, not with Ragabash. So that'll be another interesting concept to have a Ragabash, oh gosh, Ragabash Stargazer. Take over a Sept. I'm down for it. It sounds cool to me. Alright, I really try to play Trickster. With him, but I don't think I did necessarily a good job. I was okay. He just didn't have a lot of screen time, which definitely makes a difference. Alright, let's do an example. Character creation. Alright, he's gonna be more of our mental for yeah, that's 4. Let's do that. That'll be 5. He'll actually be social primary. It's 5, 6, 7. And then straight down the board for physical. Alright, let's go ahead and pick attributes or abilities real quick. Talents, skills, knowledges. He definitely has some knowledge. He probably didn't grow up on the Sept as much. Being a Ragabash, it was a lot easier for him to kind of blend in with the white people society and go to school, so he definitely has some academics. He's done hacking before, I have stated that. He would have knowledge of occult. It's 4. We'll give him enigmas. We'll call that good. I might make that, I might make knowledge as 9, but we'll see. He does know firearms. He's not as good at stealth and survival, but he knows how to do it, given where he lives. It's 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Okay, nice spread. You could do a little bit of quite a few things. And then, so... Really, am I giving him talents to be... It just has somebody useful for Guru. It's hard not to make talents the primary. Let's go ahead and give him an alertness of 3. Athletics. Leave it at 1. He'll know how to brawl. He'll have decent empathy and decent expression. And, okay, intimidation. He won't really have any leadership. Give him primal urge. He would have streetwise. And he would definitely have subterfuge. Now, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I've given him 3 more than he can currently have. So we'll start out with 15, 14, 13. Okay, and then I could come fill that back in with freebie points. With him, I'm not going to worry about backgrounds. He has 1 rage, 1 gnosis, and 4 willpower. Let's give him some gifts real quick, because he's a Raggy Ragabash. And he's Samid. I didn't give him any crafts, so let's not give him that. We'll give him city running. Again, he probably would have spent some time growing up in acreage, so that's not completely out of place. Are there any... Nope. It's not good. We'll leave that alone. I think he's probably only going to be rank 2, maybe rank 3. depending on how I feel about stuff. Let's give him infectious laughter. This is a Ragabash 1. Ooh. Taking the Forgotten. Oh, let's put that off to the side here. Taking the Forgotten, which basically allows someone to, if they roll well enough to... Oh, it's after successfully stealing the item, the player must score 3 successes on a wits plus larceny roll. Difficulty of the victim's intelligence plus streetwise. So that's a fun one. I don't really see it coming up in this game at this point, but it's fun.
At Discover, we believe anniversaries should be a time of celebration, not obligation. That's why we think annual fees are ridiculous. And now, just for giving us a try, we're going to give new card members a 1-year anniversary gift they'll never forget.
We'll give him
We'll match all the
Pulse of the Prey.
no caps.
This is a 2 Ragabash.
We know if you try us,
Alright, let's look up his... I mean, we kind of just looked at tribal gifts already.
.com/match. Cashback match offer only for new card members. Limitations apply.
There wasn't any that were, like, particularly woo. I thought there was for Wendigo. I mean, they're interesting. We'll give him Ice Echo. Ice Echo. That is a 1 Wendigo. We'll give him Cutting Wind. Two Wendigo. I'm not thinking too hard about these because I don't know how relevant he's gonna be. Okay. Now for freebie points real quick. Yeah, and you think I'd be getting good at making characters. Freebie points, 15. Come on. I think, so this was 2, 4, 6, 8. $10, $12, $14, and then let's give him 15. There's decent willpower. And actually, I just realized there's a couple of Ragabash gifts I do want to give him. Oh, I wanted to give him Larceny. What did I put something in? Investigation? Let's put it in Larceny. We'll do Scent of Running Water. Because that's always a good one. 1 Ragabash. Let's give him Blissful Ignorance. That's a 2 Ragabash. Okay, so let's total up how much I've given him gift-wise. So that's 3, 6, 6, 6. So we're at 21. If he's rank 2, max 75. Let's go ahead and give him a little bit more in larceny. Sorry, I gotta pull up the chart real quick. So that was 3. Two. 1, 2, 3. 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. We'll up his gnosis a little bit. 2. 4. 6. This is 5. 5, 6, 7. It's 5 plus 6 plus 7. Oops, that's 8. Alright, so we're at 62. Okay. Kind of fleshing out that part helps a little bit. I could give him an extra dot and something. Up here, Dex, that's 8. So that gives him about 70 XP. Not bad for not beginning level character, but he has a total of 70. Perfect. I think I'm gonna call it there for him. It's not a bad way to go. So this is Jimmy with an exclamation mark. Woo, Jimmy! Sweet beans. How are we doing? Not bad. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else that'd be good. Honestly, I only really see, like, stat-wise, I could go off with variations of these characters and characters that I've made. There are more for me to make, but I've done good so far. What? Let's play. Here we go. So I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've made 8 characters so far. You know, and speaking of characters, I'm gonna pull up Ken. Oh shoot, I don't remember. Oh no! I think I only gave him 60 XP, which is a... Oh, it didn't work. That's why I didn't write it down last time. And Heart of Fury has 100. I'm gonna save that real quick so I don't forget. Yes, excellent. Honestly, even if he only has 60 XP, I don't know why that keeps writing so small. I could probably just fill up his gnosis. That's probably the easiest way to go. Ooh, 14. Right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14, 16. Funny. Given with how I made him, that actually makes the most sense. So he will actually have 110 XP. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would. He has max HP, or Gnosis. And that is about it. I think my other characters are doing fine. Oh, this was a 2-page, that's why. I don't have backstory for him. That's okay. Alrighty. I think this means, because I don't feel like making another character right now. 2 kind of seems to be my limit, unless I'm making them real quick, and not super involved. So yeah, I'm gonna call it an episode here. Thanks, Modak, for lurking and just hanging out, and I hope you learned some valuable information. I'll bring up Heart of Fury again. You kind of look him over. Yeah, so this has been just fun. I am planning on streaming this Wednesday about 7 o'clock Alaska Standard Time. So if you want to join me again for that, I will probably do some more werewolf. I might make an enemy. Especially, and it's okay, Modak, if you want to hang and watch out for that one too, unless you're busy. No worries. Because it just kind of gives you an edge and you kind of know what's going on, and I can find reasons as to why you would actually know that, certain things. So, we're good either way. So I think next time I will actually work on making an enemy, which will be fun, on top of the other stuff, because I imagine probably combat for you, and then, kind of maybe a more involved combat for everybody else, and we'll see how that works out. It'll be interesting, I think. So yeah, thanks for joining me. And don't forget, I feel embarrassed saying this. I shouldn't. As you know, I am participating in Extra Life, so definitely check that out. My Epic Botch is my page name. You can look for me in Extra Life. I got some fun goal. If I reach $1,000, I'm going to do the Ice Bucket Challenge in November in Alaska, outside, in a bathing suit, because it's for the kids. And there's 2 other people, John and Amy, will be joining me if they reach their goals as well. So it's kind of a fun, just ramp up and get excited about that. Anyways, thank you for joining me, and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bye!